do if you're in a meeting or sitting across from somebody at work and they start to cry? Well, here's the thing. We have so much, of our corporate standards and norms built up around believing that emotions are somehow unprofessional and, of course, unproductive as well. And I think that's such an outdated idea. Sure, if things turn into drama and everything devolves into some cry fest or screaming match, that's a big issue. But that doesn't happen very often. And actually, I would say if that's happening, it's probably a sign that there's something very, very wrong, either for the individual or probably more likely something wrong with your organizational culture or something wrong with your business in general. But if we're talking about emotions that every once in a while somebody gets really frustrated, the tears well up in their eyes, or they, start to talk loudly and kind of be a little bit aggressive and intimidating. If emotions happen in the workplace, it's absolutely normal. So I'm going to give you the magic line to say if that happens. What I want you to say is, this is important. What do I need to understand? So let me say that again, because I think these words are super useful. If somebody starts to get emotional, whatever that looks like, just say, this is important. What do I need to understand? This is a lot better than many of the alternatives that we have. One of the alternatives is to say, well, don't get upset. And I don't know about you, but I can't think of a time when somebody telling me not to get upset has done anything other than make me more upset than I was to begin with. So it's also very, very invalidating. Sometimes I hear people say, well, I was told to acknowledge the emotion and just to say, I see you're upset. But I don't like overstepping and telling somebody how they're feeling or what they're thinking. That feels like too far and something that's really not fair to do. Here's another bad option, which you might have used yourself, because I probably have. When somebody starts to get upset, just say, it'll be okay. Well, it turns out it'll be okay is just as invalidating in some ways as all these other things that you could say. When you say it'll be okay, it basically says, I don't know why you're getting all upset. That seems really out of sync with what's going on. It's making a mountain out of a molehill. It's going to be fine. And again, that's just another way that you're saying it's not okay to be human or to have emotions in the workplace. So it'll be okay. While you may mean it as a vote of confidence in the person, you're amazing, you'll get through this. That's probably not how they receive it. So don't go with that one either. So when somebody gets upset, it's because they haven't been effective in protecting something they care a lot about with other means. The way they've just described it calmly, the work that they've tried to do to protect something they care about, it hasn't been effective. And that's why they're either crying, upset in that way, or yelling to try and be heard. So instead of telling somebody else how they feel, instead of trying to sweep the emotions under the carpet, which of course is likely to make them either erupt into somebody getting very frustrated with you or go underground and become quite passive aggressive, instead of doing that, just say, hey, this is important. What do I need to understand? As they talk, those emotions will start to dissipate. I think within a couple of minutes, most people will have stopped crying and they'll be telling you what's going on for them. Similarly, with somebody yelling, if you're yelling at someone and they say, okay, this is important, what do I need to understand? It's pretty hard to keep yelling. It's just not going to happen. And you're going to get to something much more constructive. So if somebody does get really emotional, get really upset, cry, yell, pound the table, any of those things, even if they kind of run away and you have to chase them, just say, this is important. What do I need to understand? We'll get to so much deeper understanding of what's going on. We'll build trust and know that you're a safe person with whom to be candid and share their emotional reactions. And of course, what's so counterintuitive is when we feel safe with someone, we're actually less likely to get emotional because we feel like they're a person where we can expose, share, be candid about our experiences without having to let the emotions bubble over. So if you see it, it's okay. You don't have to call 911 or pull the fire alarm or don a hazmat suit. If somebody gets emotional, just lean into it. This is important. What do I need to know?